All right, everybody. This is Josh Waxman videoing in here from Los Angeles, California, and excuse me, I'm losing my voice here a little bit. It's a little bit raspy. I've been on the phone building my business and really taking all out massive action, so I'm a little bit raspy here. But I'm gonna really go into this is for the full-time individuals, the people that want to really take an all-out massive 90-day run into Orlando. With Jeunesse. And, I know this is going to be the most historical convention in the history of this industry, by Jeunesse breaking the record, being the fastest company that's going to be to $1 billion company, besides Amway, and being the next legacy company in this industry. This is going to be the most historical time for you to really make that decision, put your head down, draw that line in the sand, and maybe have that laser focus and go on to that all-out massive action 90-day run, go pro and make things happen, whether it's a rank goal, whether it's an income goal, whether it's a, recognition goal, whether it's a goal to help your team, whether it's a goal to, maybe a 90-day burst to leave your job like I did, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, you can do that, right now, and with Jeunesse's momentum and the timing, this is the time to take action and make your run, make that decision, decide. The definition of deciding is killing away every other alternative, every option, laser focusing, going over, under, and through, a brick wall to hit your goals, to make it happen, and laser focus. And so this is for the full-time individuals, this segment. The next segment will be for the part-time individuals that want to also engage in this run and have a lot of success. So I'm going to map it out for you guys. So it's very simple, very duplicatable for you and your team. And I'm going to talk about the high-paying activities, the A activities, the B activities, the C activities, and really how to engage properly and plan your day correctly. You want to plan your day before the day begins. You want to plan your next 90 days before they begin. So after you watch this video, get to planning before you start running, and you want to do that immediately. You want to take all out action. Action is killing, doubt, fear, all those emotions, being overwhelmed. It's going to kill all that out of you. And you're going to be excited. You're going to be on fire. And, people say momentum is hard to create and keep. It's not. Momentum can be created by a great leader with their action, with their definite chief aim, with their definite chief purpose, with their vision, with their why, and with that strong passion to really make this the run. And I can tell everybody, if you're not registered for Orlando, that's the first step. You got to be registered for the convention. You have to, you're full-time. I mean, you need to be there. You have to be there. It's non-negotiable. And you need to make the decision right now or stop this video to be all in. If you're full-time, you need to be all in. And because in this moment, we're going into the most, like I said, the most historical event in the history of this 130-year-old industry. It's going to create the most millionaires, the most six-figure earners over the next 10 years. And now is the time to make things happen. Don't wait. Engage in this. Dig down deep. If you need a little bit more, I like the word inspiration, go out there and inspire people. Don't try to motivate them. Go out there and inspire them. I'm trying to inspire everybody on this video to go out there and make this run. Hashtag 90 days to Orlando, and let's, one beat, one team, one heart, drum beat, one band, one sound. Let's make this thing happen. DD Rockstars 300. So, you're gonna, like I said, you're gonna have to plan your day before your day begins. If you don't plan, you plan to fail, and you're gonna have to plan out the next 90 days. So, you're gonna have to inspect what you expect with your team. You're going to have to execute. You're going to have to prepare to win, plan to win, and expect to win. And I'm going to talk about all that with you guys, everybody, right now. So here's what it's going to look like on a daily basis. If you're full-time in your business, it's not throwing mud against the wall. It's not saying, I did a welcome call. I did an exposure. I did a couple follow-up calls. Now, if you're full-time in this business and that's your attitude, you need to go get a job and you need to make a significant amount of income till you're ready to be a full-time individual in this business and treat it like a business, okay? So, if you don't plan, you plan to fail. And so you have to, be willing to put in the work and do the plans, do the actions, and execute on those actions. So I'm going to talk about things. So your day's going to start like this. If you don't work out, I recommend working out. It's going to give you the energy. A great leader is a leader in shape, a fit leader, a leader with energy, with that attractive, and I don't mean physically attractive, but working out really is a natural thing that's going to give you the energy you need, the self-confidence, the passion, and using our products go along with working out with our Zen Fit line, and our incredible products, our vitamins, and the resveratrol and all that stuff. So you want to be a product of the product, get passionate, really engage in this run. So what it's going to look like is waking up every day, eating a great breakfast. Sometimes I get so focused, my wife has to hand me my breakfast because I'm already on the phone. But what it's going to look like is wake up, getting your workout done. Maybe it's late at night for you, early in the morning, whatever whatever your preference is. But I recommend working out at least a couple times a week, and really making that an effective workout. It's going to give you a lot more energy to really make this run effective. And I've done runs before where I'm being honest, they were being half-assed, and I really had to redo that run because I didn't go all in. So go all in. Make the decision right now to change your life, change your family's life. And this is for the full-time individual that really wants to rank up, make that maybe 6-figure income, maybe make that $4,000 or $5,000 a month, whatever it is for you, that rank goal, like I said, to really make things happen. So you're going to wake, get your workout on, get a breakfast in. Breakfast is so important to have the energy and that focus for the day, in the mornings. And what it looks like for me and most top leaders I've talked to, depending on your time zone, you're starting around 8, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. You want to be on our Millionaire Mindset training calls. We're going through the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership with John C. Maxwell. And we're going to be doing some other incredible trainings on, with different books. I know tomorrow, I'm doing Napoleon Hill, 21 Laws of Success. Napoleon Hill's Laws of Success. And, so you want to plug into that every day. That's going to give you the mindset, the leadership skills to really engage your team in this run, because it's not just about you walking the stage, but your team walking the stage. And that's the best feeling for me in this industry, is when I see other people walk the stage and succeed, and help other people and develop leaders in this business. And it's going to be a 10, it's going to be a 12-hour day, it's going to be 15-hour days. You might, if you're full-time, you're going to have to tell your family, I'm going to be focused for the next 90 days. I'm sacrificing for us, whatever it is. After this next 90 days, we're going to go on a vacation. Tell the kids, I'm going to, hey dad, I might not, you tell your kids, son, I might not be here for the next 90 days, or, whatever it is, or your wife, or whatever it is for you, you have to tell them and let them know you're going to be so focused. You can't have distractions. You can't let those circumstances get to you, and you have to have that laser focus and be willing to do whatever it takes. So you're going to have to put in those 10, 12, 15-hour days. And I'm going to talk about the A, B, and C activities it's going to take to do that. So, A activities are high-paying activities in this business. So, and here's some of the A activities in our business: 3-way phone calls, one-on-ones, helping people get paid and promoted to executive or J to those first couple ranks in the business. Maybe you want to set a rank goal. Like I said, map out your 90 days. Where do you want to be at the convention? Do you want to be a elite, a ruby? Do you want to be if you're full-time, you should definitely be sapphire right now. If you're full-time, you should be making some significant income, or you should probably have a job until you have enough income to where you can go out there and really focus full-time on your business. So, what it's going to look like is, for me, starting 9:30, 10 a.m. in the morning, getting on these leadership trainings that we're doing with Shannon Nelson, my wife, Brooke Waxman, Jennifer Johnson, and some of the other incredible leaders on the team are going to be doing, I know, as they hit their ranks on this run. And so you want to be plugging into those so you can really learn the laws of leadership. They're like gravity. And so you want to learn that. And that's what's going to really help you engage with your team, communicate better. I'm going to talk about right now being effective on social media, building those relationships fast, connecting, leveraging social media as well, and really engaging in this. So make sure you have Periscope. It's a great, phenomenal app. And I know we have a focus group for this one in WhatsApp. So if you're full-time, I'm going to do a part-time segment. This is the full-time segment. If you're full-time, you want to download WhatsApp, make sure you have Periscope, and make sure you are making the decision that, deciding is killing away all other alternatives beside anything else. Homicide, suicide. You're killing everything else away. So you're making that all-out decision to draw the line in the sand, go on this run and make things happen. Hashtag 90 days to Orlando, speak it into existence, say those affirmations, be a maniac on a mission, have that purpose, have that passion, dig down deep with your vision, your why, your definite chief aim, your definite purpose in life, and, program that into your mind. What it looks like for me, like I said, is, reading 10 pages of a good book every day. And like I said, we're going through the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. That's a great one to start with. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. We can recommend some great books for you guys if you haven't read those yet on this run. Especially if you're full-time, you should already be reading some phenomenal books. Putting CDs in your car, Drive Time University, sacrificing, time away from the family, like I said, from the kids, making a plan with the family to, just whatever you have to do to make this work. Maybe not playing music in your car as much, programming your mind with personal development, Drive Time University. So it's going to look like, every day making those, I say, if you're full-time, you should be making 100 phone calls a day and speaking to 50 people a day, whether that's prospects or, people in your group, in your team, leaders on your team. And so, if you're, you need to be making a lot of phone calls. You're full-time. This is a business. You want to treat this like a business. It pays people, millions of dollars. This industry is 130 years old, and this is the most epic time, and we have the most epic company. This is the most epic legacy 90-day window for you to really create success. And I can tell everybody, in that 90-day plan, when you're planning your 90-day run, you want to make sure you're laser focused on the Sunday to Sunday pay close. This is one of the biggest factors of your 90-day game plan. Laser focus week to week. So many people focus on the month, but we have a week to week pay period. And the people that focus week to week are going to excel 5 and even 10 times their business by focusing on Sunday. Focus on that next rank advancement by Sunday. Focus on who you can help on your team get to executive and duplicate that by the next Sunday. Who can get the Jade? Who can get the Pearl? Who can get the Sapphire? Whatever it is. If you aim high and miss high, you'll hit it the next week. But focus on the Sunday. Pretend Sunday's the end of the month. Don't take Sundays off. I go to church on Sundays. Everyone has their own different spiritual perspectives. Maybe you don't go to church. I recommend, if you are going to take a day off, sometimes you might not, if you get your activity done correctly and you perform that week, you'll be able to maybe take Saturday off or Friday. I would not take Sunday off because it's the deadline of our pay period. Go to church, be with the family in the morning, and then laser focus till that pay period closes at the end of the night. So what I'm going to talk about is making 100 calls a day, 50 spoke with. So this is an incredible thing, and it will change your business. What you focus on grows. So if you're talking to 100 people a day, 50 spoke with, here's what it looks like. You need to go out there and also recruit, I would say, 20 people in the next 60 days of your 90-day run minimum, especially if you're full-time. So that's 10 people per month minimum. I recommend 20 people in 30 days, and then obviously slowing down to speed up and going out there, connecting with them, helping them get paid and promoted, as well, and not just throwing them against the wall. It's our job in this industry to light the fire from the bottom up, especially in this type of compensation plan. You want to get people paid and promoted and give them that belief check. It's your job. It's your job description. What's your job description is to help your team get paid. It's not entitlement. You need to show them that belief check, especially if they've never done this before. They're at their highest level of anxiety. So you need to be getting their list, their top 100 people, contacts. Don't prejudge people. The people you think aren't going to do this will do this. The person you think isn't going to run could take off, on fire. So you don't want to prejudge. You're going to, you want to get lists from every person on your team. And if they're not willing to give you their lists, they're not being coachable, they're not trusting you. So you might have to build more of a relationship or move on. You can't drag dead bodies because remember, we're on a 90-day game plan to change your life. Maybe you want to hit some incredible goals and ranks or, income or whatever it is, whatever it is for you and your why and your vision. So, double everything, triple everything. Like I said, make those 100 phone calls a day. And here's a good way to do it. Here's my system, 411. So you're calling 4 prospects and you're obviously getting them information and then following up with a 3-way phone call. 3 ways equal paydays. So it's about 10 to 15 3-way calls a day full time, incoming and incoming from your team and outgoing to recruit your prospects. So calling 4 prospects and then calling 2 leaders or teammates, to help them get paid and promoted or coach them, etc. So 411, 4 prospects, 2 teammates or leaders, or 911. If you really need to go out there and recruit those 20 people in 30 days, if you're really lacking on that recruiting, those fresh blood in your business right now, 911 emergency, go out there and do 9 prospecting calls with 3-way phone calls. It's not what works, guys. You want to abandon what works and do what duplicates. What duplicates is 3-way phone calls, and that's what duplicates in this business. Doing 3-way phone calls with your downline, doing 3-way phone calls with your support team, having even the new people share their success stories so it starts duplicating a lot faster in your business. So 911, like I said, calling 9 prospects and then calling 2 leaders, 2 teammates every single day, and putting in the work, making those phone calls. You should be taking 2, if you're full-time, 2 30-minute lunch, even if you have kids. 2, I have them, and I have nephews, and I have kids at my house all the time, when I'm working, or, and if you need to go out and about to do that, get out of the house. Do what you have to do to make this happen. And so, what I was getting back to was, 3-way phone calls. It's going to take 10, 15, 20 3-way phone calls a day. It's going to take, showing the video, on Skype or on a one-on-one, or, sending a link on Facebook, grabbing their number, taking it offline, high tech to high touch, and then getting them on the phone, and doing that, constantly. You should be taking 2 30-minute breaks a day to eat. Make sure you eat breakfast, work out in the morning like I talked about. And, just those 2 30-minute lunch breaks is all you're really going to do. Sometimes I forget to eat because I'm so focused on what I'm doing. I'm like, oh, I forgot, I'm hungry now. So, but if you're going to do, I did a welcome call, I did a sit down, I made a flyer at 2 in the afternoon, you're not going to hit your 90-day goal. You have to be laser focused on the high paying activities, which I'm going to talk about, the A, B, and C activities. So what are A, B, and C activities? A activities are money-making activities. You're either showing the opportunity and recruiting and building. I learned something a long time ago that a mentor taught me, that recruit, and never get it out of order. Recruit, never get that out of order. And that's a high-paying activity, recruiting. The amount of organizational recruits you're bringing into your organization between your 2 legs in this business is going to equal your income, because they're going to go out there and get the customers. If you're building a business, and those recruits are going to actually bring on those customers. And so, you're going to have to really hit it hard. And, at night you're going to sleep good, because if you push with your energy, you're hustling, you're pushing your energy into the marketplace, you're taking all that massive action, you're going to fall asleep at night. You're going to be dead tired. Your voice is going to be going away like mine is right now, because I've been on the phone all day. You're going to sleep like a rock. And that's the type of activity level you should be doing in your daytime. And, really, let me go through my notes here a little bit. Sorry guys, I'm losing my voice. So, promoting the events, I know we have by events, I mean our corporate, we have our corporate webinars. I think Tuesday, Thursdays, we have, our team calls. Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays, we have our live Periscope prospecting calls we've been doing. So you want to write that down in your 90-day planner. Write down every Tuesday, the Executive Connect for Wednesdays. All that stuff needs to be mapped out in your planner. And you need to be also calling your team in those 100 calls, like I said, 911 or 411, promoting those corporate Executive Connects, the live Jeunesse recruiting calls. If they're in your teams in different countries, making sure that you're contacting them somehow, plugging them in, and really engaging with people. The first thing is getting your team's goals, finding out who's running with you. You can't drag dead bodies. It's easier to tame a lion, ignorance on fire, than light a fire under a turtle. And so you need to find out who's not going to drain your energy, because your energy is very powerful. It's very important. Your enthusiasm, I'm just joking, but your enthusiasm, we call it enthusiasm. Your enthusiasm and your energy, people say momentum is hard to create and keep. It's not. A great leader knows how to go out there and create all out massive momentum. A great leader will go out there and create that personal momentum. They'll go out there and bring in that fresh blood in the business. Go out there, get people paid and promoted. Go out there and call those lists. Go out there and put in the work. Go out there and make those 100 calls a day full-time minimum. Don't let your minimums be your maximums, and engage into the convention. Step one is you need to be registered always for the event, and I would recommend getting multiple hotel rooms for your team, because the amount of people you have at this convention will equal your income for the year. This is the most historical event in the history of network marketing. Jeunesse is an all-out massive momentum. We're breaking records. This is a legacy business. I've never seen something like this. And so, for me, being in this industry for 6 years, I'm so passionate about this, because this is the window of opportunity for you. So you really got to be, on this. And so you got to believe bigger and faster right now. Okay. Hard work beats talent any day. Okay. Outwork everybody. Like I said, don't let your minimums be your maximums, but 100 phone calls a day if you're full-time minimum. And if you're not willing to do that, then you're not really to do this an intense 90-day run and really go, to really change your life. You can change your career from one burst of activity. And I'll share a story, because, facts tell, but stories sell. 6 years ago, I went on my first intense 90-day burst of activity into a convention just like this. It was in a 40-year-old company in this industry, no momentum like Jeunesse. And, you're going to have to learn to, like Napoleon Hill talks about, you're going to have to do more than you're going to get paid for. You're going to have to render more services and add more value, adding value than you're going to get paid for. So, my first month, we only had, equivalent to probably in Jeunesse 5 cycles. The second month, it turned into 25. The third month, we hit one of the top ranks in that whole business, and we made almost $6,000, and it hasn't been bad since, because we engaged in a laser focused 90-day run. And so you might think you're going crazy, you might think you're losing your mind, you're going to be doing so much activity, but it will be worth it if you focus. And I don't want to beat a dead horse, but plan, do, review every single day. Grade yourself on these high-paying activities that I'm talking about every single day. Plan your day before the day begins, like I said, and make sure your 90 days are planned out. If it's not planned now, you're gonna plan to fail. The longer you plan ahead. Sometimes I've planned my years in advance. I have my year planned in advance right now, so you can think that far out. I have my 5 years planned in advance. I'm focused on my 5-year goal with Jeunesse, my 2020 vision, right? Perfect vision. So, I recommend a planner that I love, and you guys, if you want to engage with this planner, it changed my life. Contact me about that. Make sure you have a planner, obviously. 40 hours a week is a part-time job. I'll say it again. 40 hours a week is a part-time job. If you're going to engage in this run and you're going to hit it hard, it's not going to be 40 hours a week. That's what people do at their jobs. That's normal. To break away from the masses, you need to be extraordinary. This industry provides basic people to be able to do epic things and do the ordinary to do the extraordinary. And so, 40 hours a week is not acceptable. If you're full-time in this industry, that's a part-time business. That's a part-time business. If you're trying to engage in this run, don't limit yourself. Clock in and clock out, make it for me, it's 10 o'clock. I'm, on the Millionaire Mindset training calls, like I talked about, getting trained, getting that personal development in, and also reading, and taking notes. I love audio, but when I read, there's something about reading that just, it programs that subconscious mind, and, it's incredible. And so, get in reflection mode too every day. Take 30 minutes a day to sit back, reflect, clear your mind, get that clarity. What clarity does is it gives you focus. Excuse me, guys, I'm losing my voice. But what focus does is it gives you momentum. So, by having your vision, you get clarity, which gives you focus. And then that focus, like I said, gives you that momentum you need in your business, okay? So you're going to, you want to get out your whiteboard, get out your planner, call through your group, call everybody, call last man standing, call the person that, even if someone's been out of your business for 6 months, try to re-engage them. Share your excitement, share with them that you're going on this run and you're going to change your life. You're going to, when you know where you're going and you know how you're going to get there and you have that unshakable confidence, people are going to see that in you and they're going to want to follow you. So, let me go to some more of my notes here. I got a lot of content for you guys. It's going to be great. Like I said, get a day off only if you're hitting your goals for the week. If you're a Sapphire above, you should at least have 20 to 50 people at the convention. Probably more than that. My goal is over 100 people plus at the convention. Brooke and I will walk the stage as rubies at this convention. And so, you're going to have to have a significant amount of team. You want to balance that between your two legs. So you want to get your whiteboard out, leg A, leg B, and you're going to write down who in your group. It's a little harder in this type of compensation plan, I know, to track people because we're in so much momentum, which is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. But you want to try to track to the best of your ability who in leg A, who in leg B is going to the convention. You don't want to have a lopsided business. I've been there. So make sure you're going out of the convention and your team is balanced so they run out of the convention jacked out of their mind like a chihuahua jacked up on Red Bull with their hair on fire and really crushing this thing. It's quality over quantity. You can get 100 not quality people to the convention, or you can get 20 quality people, and I bet you the 20 quality individuals will cause a lot more momentum and they'll see the vision. And, it's really going to go from your head to your heart, when you get to this convention. What you're going to do to help your team get there is, you're going to be a professional babysitter. You're going to make sure they have their travel. You're going to track all this. You're going to write it on your whiteboard. And then you're planning, like I said, plan the next 90 days. You're going to make sure they have their hotel room, their plane flight. You're going to make sure that if they're driving, they have a ride. They have their phone chargers. They have something to take notes on. They have everything they need. You're going to be a professional babysitter. Plan, we should all plan a team dinner, a culture building party. I'm sure some of of our support team has that plan for us. A circle up with your team where some of your leaders can add value, give their nuggets that they, their golden nuggets they got out of the convention. Be there on time, be in the front row, feel the energy, feel the excitement. It's not rah-rah, it's not hype. All the successful people will be there in Jeunesse, and all the people that want to be successful will be there. And meetings make money. There's no, this is not an old school way of this business. You have to build those face-to-face relationships. Your phone is the most powerful thing in the world. Picking up that phone and taking action and really making it happen, and using three-way calls to, overcome objections to get people to this convention. And I can tell you guys, I've seen people miss these events and they're so behind. They feel so left out because, you're going to be, this is going to fast forward your business. This event being in the most historical convention in the history of this industry, you're going to be fast forward 2 years ahead. You're going to have that 2020 vision. And the people that don't go, or maybe sit in the back and they're not paying attention, I call them lobby losers, hanging out, not focusing on the leadership, all the top diamonds training, all the top corporate team training. They're going to miss out on everything, and it's a waste of their time and money because they're standing, hanging out in the lobby, talking to people, coaching people, when some of the most successful people in the world are in that room training. So get your team on there on time, get them in the front row. Like I said, if you're under Sapphire, get your 6 quality individuals there. I know it's 6 Sapphires to go diamond and with your cycles. So, if you're under Sapphire, make sure you have 6 quality people with you at the convention, 3 per leg, balance it out. If you don't have them yet, recruit, and into that event. Do blitzes, set up coffee shop, parties with your team where you can do a phone frenzy blitz, a phone team where you can get together, make the calls, and book the appointments. Getting a list is crucial, guys. When people are excited, you want to get that list from them, and help them get paid and promoted. Like I said, light the fire from the bottom up. I'm also going to talk about how to triple your volume in 5 days or less, which is pretty crazy. So, stay on, obviously, and, you can listen to this again as well. Getting your team to the convention is one thing, but finding out what their biggest takeaway and following up and engaging with them after the convention is another thing. You can get 100 people to an event, 500 or 1,000 people to an event, but if you're not engaging with them after, finding out their goals coming out of the event, it won't work. Booking game plans at the event with your support team. Booking game plans so they can know what to do going out of the event. Getting while you have your leaders' time there at the convention, get your people in front of them. Go out there and inspire people to make things happen. Don't motivate them, inspire them, but you're going to have to call. You're going to have to promote. You're going to have to push. You're going to have to hammer, the corporate calls, the executive connect. You're going to have to get everybody that's running in your group on these calls, inviting, 5 to 10 prospects each. Maybe they're, just part-time in the business and they just want to make a couple $100 a month. Maybe they're just trying to go to executive. Help them get their 2 people on the call. And, it's your job, like I said, to get them that belief check. I hate when leaders tell me, I'm going to be honest, that's entitlement it's your job to get them paid and promoted. And if you're not doing your job description in this industry and you are throwing them against the wall, and that's what makes this industry, that's why 97% of people fail in this industry, because the leaders aren't out there in the trenches helping their team get paid and really locking arms with them side by side, being transparent, getting that why, really engaging with them, training, success loves speed, doing it right and doing it fast, and you're not throwing mud against the wall, and like I said, if you're just doing a couple things a day, you're lollygagging around, forget about it. You're not full-time in this business. So, you need the rank goal weekly, like I talked about. Your test is your testimony. So you're gonna push hard. You're gonna work hard. It's gonna be a struggle. But when you get to walk that stage and you make things happen and you push, it's gonna be worth it. And so, like I said, your breakdowns are your breakthroughs. You might have a crying moment. You might want to quit. Someone on your team might want to quit on this run because you're full time and you're running. You're helping them run and engage and finding out their goals and helping them. Like I said, inspect what you expect, which means taking inventory of your business. Just like any business, you take inventory, and 3 ways equal paydays. Okay, so the amount of 3-way calls is going to equal your income and the amount of people at this convention. Overcoming their objections to get them to the event. Doing 3-way phone calls for your team to help them close their prospects. Getting them. When you want to welcome them to the Facebook group immediately. Make them feel warm and welcome. Recognize your team for things. Just the little things, even the new people. Program their mind that they're studs. Program that they're champions. Program that they're rock stars, lady bosses, whatever you want to say, studs, studette. So they have that belief in themselves. And procrastination is the cornerstone of poverty. And this goes along with the A, B, and C activities. I'm going to talk more about that. Massive urgency is critical, okay? Massive urgency is critical. So if you're making flyers in the middle of the day, that's not an A activity. You should be making your 100 phone calls, okay? If you're cleaning the dishes in the middle of the day and you're cleaning the house for 3 hours, that's a C activity. That should be done at night, or someone else in your family should be doing that for you because you're focused on the business. So you're only doing the high-paying activities, which are, showing the business or teaching someone else to show the business, and do the 3-way phone calls, do the parties, do the Skype appointments, do the connecting with people on Facebook, building that relationship quickly. You can do that. I've done it multiple times, a lot of times, very fast. My sponsor, Shannon, shout out to you because she did it very quick with me, and we connected very fast. And so you can be very effective. It doesn't take 6 months or a year to connect with someone on Facebook. You can engage them, talk to them, be normal. That's the number one thing. And take it offline and get them into your business. So one thing I recommend, Facebook is great for these runs, especially the groups. You want to, post in the groups, posting the flyers, so tagging your team so they're engaged in these calls. Most importantly is picking into these calls and events and corporate stuff, all the stuff I talked about. Most importantly is picking up that phone and calling them and letting them hear your excitement, leave a voicemail, promote. Get butts in seats. The highest paid skill in this industry is your posture and promoting and putting people in the convention. And it might not be, the results might not happen till after the event even. Maybe you're just maybe your skill level is a little bit lower. But I promise you, if you take action and you do it right, you'll come out of this event on fire and you'll change your life and your business. And it's happened to me. This is a proven system. I mean, I've done it multiple times, and it's duplicatable. Excuse me, everybody, getting some water here so I don't lose my voice. So, busy work is not necessary. Okay, like I said, in the day you should be only doing money-making activities. If it doesn't, if it's not getting you paid or getting your team paid, don't let it affect your day. Okay, tap recruiting lists. Link leader. If that doesn't make sense, it's pretty obvious. You're finding the quality individuals on your new person's list, and it's your job to do that. They might not know how to do that if they're new in this business. So, getting those lists from people and really working that for them. Getting their people to Starbucks, getting them, on a Skype appointment with you, getting them on. There's a great new app called Blab where you can do a virtual party like a Google Hangout, but it's like a live Periscope type of thing. There's all kinds of ways to do it. Skype, Google Hangout. But it's the same activities, guys. There's only so much we do here. It's mastering the mundane, mastering the same things over and over and over. That's what integrity is. Even after that excitement has left you, you're still doing those high-paying activities. Let's see here. Casting vision on your organization, getting them to buy in with you on this run. If you're running by yourself, nothing's gonna happen. Cast that vision like I am with you guys right now. I can tell you guys, if we all engage, if we all work as a team, one heartbeat, one drum beat, and we go into this with full force, we're all going to hit our goals. We're all going to walk the stage side by side, and it's going to be the most incredible thing. And I've seen it. I've seen it before. I've done it before. And we're going to lock arms, and it's going to raise the lid. Love the lid, raise the organization, and your team will see you reg advance. They're going to reg advance, and you're going to have long-term business partners that you can count on to help you guys build that financial freedom. It's not about the money, really, everybody. It's about the freedom, the time, the epic freedom you can have, to go out there and, my vision to help 100 people in Jeunesse to make a 6-figure income in this business. So plug into the core group. Don't let Facebook distract you. If it's distracting you, get offline. If you're not prospecting, using it to prospect. If your conversations are too long, get offline. This is a 90-day focus. It's a window of opportunity right now. And this is the biggest window of opportunity in 130 years in this industry right now. Like I said over and over with Jeunesse, to change your life, okay? Make sure you're on every corporate call. Every corporate's important. Teams are great, but I love that, separate, I love how everybody has their own teams, and I know teams are like that. They like to get a little bit competitive. So plug into all your team events, your leaders. The most important thing is really plugging in with your upline support team and your upline sponsor and really engaging with them and being 100% coachable as well. Make sure you're reading those 10 pages of a good book every day, using your products, eating that good breakfast, 100 calls a day, making sure you're not just getting voicemails. If you get 100 voicemails, you're going to have to make 100 more calls because you need to be speaking with 50 people a day. 411, like I talked about, and 911. 1 sec, everybody. I'm losing my voice here. Hold on 1 sec. I gotta take my asthma inhaler too here. My throat's getting sore, but I'm really gonna pour into you guys right now and add some more value. Let me go through some of the notes here. A fresh person that's a go-getter, maybe new in this